Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
It's our Discovery Unit for today, or I should say for this month.
Yeah.
And today we are talking about motorcycles. Or more specifically, a TV show about motorcycles in the United States. For many years here in Taiwan, of course, most people were happy to ride around on 125cc scooters. And sometimes you did see an actual motorcycle. Yelang, you know, that's a motorcycle, not a scooter.
Right.
But recently, the big motorcycles have become more popular. Things bigger than 400cc or 600cc. Or,
That's the size of the engine.
Right, or 1000cc or whatever.
Yeah.
You can see Harleys around every once in a while, BMW motorcycles.
Those are expensive.
They are, but sometimes people are willing to pay for them. But in today's program, we're talking about a show on the Discovery Channel that's all about custom motorcycles. Okay, somebody makes these motorcycles for people who order them, getting a stock motorcycle from, say, Kawasaki or Yamaha or BMW or Victory or whatever, just aren't satisfied with those models. They want them specially made for the person, so they are custom motorcycles. And that's a father and son duo who are working together to make these motorcycles. So let's find out what this is all about. Let's listen to the first part of our lesson right now. If you dig the loud roar of a motorcycle coming to life, Discovery Channel's American Chopper 2018 Season 2 is the show for you. American Chopper follows Paul Tootle Sr. and his son Paul Jr. as they build custom motorcycles for their clients. Things haven't always been rosy between father and son, however. On previous versions of American Chopper, the Pauls worked as a team until an explosive argument destroyed their relationship. They parted ways, going on to operate competing businesses. On this reboot of the popular show, Paul Sr. and Paul Jr. attempt to reconcile by repairing a damaged New York Yankees chopper that they'd built together in the past. Things aren't easy at first, especially since they still operate separate businesses, Orange County Choppers, OCC, and Paul Jr. Designs. Straining things even further is the fact that they're also both trying to meet tight deadlines for separate expectant clients. Paul Sr. is working on a motorcycle for Joe DeSena, the founder of Spartan Race, an intense obstacle course designed to test people's mental and physical limits. Joe's outlined what he's looking for in the bike, but because of his busy schedule, he hasn't had time to look over the final design and give the go-ahead. Paul Sr. forges ahead anyway, knowing his builders won't meet the deadline if they don't get started. Meanwhile, Paul Jr. and his team are tackling an extreme trike design for Carolina Carports Incorporated. Their plan for the trike includes a tall wheel in the front and two enormous tires at the back. The back tires are causing some headaches, though, as they're incredibly difficult to manufacture and keep getting ruined in the process.
Okay, guys, we're going to start talking about our article for today. The title of the article is interesting. It has On the Road Again, which is actually a song that was recorded, I think, by Willie Nelson. Who's on the
Willie Nelson.
Willie
on the road
Nelson.
Again. Just can't wait till I'm on the road again.
Yeah, he's an old guy with long hair and a ponytail.
Yeah, he's in his 70s now, I think.
I think he's even older than that.
Could
Now,
be, yeah.
I wanted to tell you, though, on the road is actually a phrase that means you're on your way to some sort of destination. You could say, where's Tom? He's on the road to
Kaohsiung.
Kaohsiung. Yeah, wherever he's going. So we're on the road again with American Chopper 2018. We know this is season 2, but I wanted to mention, because when I first saw the title, I don't know the show. I've never seen it, but I saw the word chopper and I immediately thought of helicopters. Helicopters often go by a very informal name, and we just use chopper. He flies a chopper. They're riding in the chopper to the scene of the accident. Here, though, it is a a word they use for really big motorcycles, like, the Harley Davidsons or whatever. You don't see a lot of this type of motorcycle in Taiwan. I've probably seen in, 14 years here, I've probably seen maybe 5. But yeah, these are really popular with the guys who love these big motorcycles. They like to, put extra special things on them. The engine always sounds very loud to me.
Especially for Harley Davidsons, indeed. And of course, to me, a chopper is a special kind of motorcycle. It's big, but it usually has the front wheel kind of sticking out kind of far. And the high handlebars. It looks kind of uncomfortable to ride.
It does.
But I guess that's cool. I guess the guys think the girls like that. So that's why they buy those things. But in any case, we're on the road again with this program called American Chopper. These are custom-built motorcycles. Now, if you dig the loud roar of a motorcycle coming to life, Discovery Channel's American Chopper 2018 Season 2 is the show for you. Now, we've got the word dig here, which is kind of an old hippie term.
Yeah.
People don't really use it so much anymore. Dig it. Can you dig it, man? In this particular sense, dig means like. Do you enjoy this? Hey, can you dig this music? Dig this new music, man. It's out of sight. It's really groovy. So maybe you like or enjoy or dig the loud roar of a motorcycle coming to life. That means it kind of was quiet before, and now it's been turned on, it's been started, and it's making this loud roar like heavy metal thunder. Maybe you like that kind of sound.
Loud,
yeah, really loud, especially the Harley Davidsons. They're probably too loud. They probably should have some sort of
a muffler?
Muffler, or noise ordinance or something like that.
Yeah, something that covers up that loud noise.
But if you like that, this would be the show for you.
It's really not the show for me, but we're going to be talking about it for the next 2 programs. It says here that this show, American Chopper 2018 Season 2, so we know earlier there was a Season 1, so it must have been pretty popular for them to bring it back. It follows Paul Tootle Sr. and his son Paul Jr. as they build custom motorcycles for their clients. So if you're really into this thing, and maybe you just like engines, maybe you like cars and tinkering with cars. Tinker just means, to get in there into an engine and mess around. I don't enjoy that either, but, a lot of guys and girls, some girls do too. If you're building something that's custom, guys, you're building something especially made for you. So it's not a model that anybody could just walk into a store and buy. They're actually making something for you that is so special, no one else will have it. And that's kind of exciting. So custom. So if you see that, it's just a customer or a patron that is getting something that they really want. You usually have to pay more money for this stuff too.
Yes, indeed. And I remember many years ago, there was a bicycle store in Taipei here, Jimmy's Custom Bikes.
Oh.
And if you went in there and asked him to make a special kind of bicycle for you, he could get the frame for you, the wheel set.
You like to do that.
The components and stuff like that. But I think he's out of business now. But in any case, this is custom motorcycles, motorcycles that are specially built for your clients. You can have them built the way you want them. And that's what Paul Sr. and Paul Jr. do. They are father and son. They're working together to make these custom motorcycles for their clients, and they probably make a lot of money in the process. Now, things haven't always been rosy between father and son, however. Rosy here means having to do with a rose, but usually it means good or happy or joyous. Things haven't been rosy. I guess this is most often used in the negative. Things haven't been very rosy with me and my brother recently. We had a big argument and we're not talking to each other now.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a lyric from a song, and it's also a very famous phrase. Things are coming up roses, or, which just means things are good. Things are really good. But yeah, things are rosy. I guess you could use it in a positive way.
Sure.
But like Tom said, for the most part, we use it in a negative way. Oh, things aren't really very rosy right now with my roommate. So yeah, things haven't always been good between father and son. Sometimes we don't always get along with family members. Maybe our personalities clash, which means we're very different. And so you kind of argue a lot. Sometimes that gets better as you get older, but obviously these guys are both adults and it's still kind of hard for them. So on previous versions of American Chopper, we're talking about season 1. The Pauls, we're just calling the two of them the Pauls, worked as a team until an explosive argument destroyed their relationship. Oh, that can happen. Anything that's described as being explosive happens very suddenly, and it's usually big. So you could describe someone as having an explosive temper. When they get angry, boom, it's like, they can't control themselves. Or an explosive sound. They've had success that could be described as being explosive, really, really fast. It happened. Everyone's paying attention. But here, yeah, they had a bad argument, and that's when they kind of parted ways, which means they separated. And Paul went on to start his own business, Paul Jr., that is.
Yeah, I remember the show from many years ago, and if you watched this show, Paul Sr. had a hot temper. He would be yelling and screaming and swearing at his son and his employees and stuff like that. So it's not surprising that they had an explosive relationship, and this argument destroyed their relationship. I'm leaving, and I'm never coming back. I'm going to open my own store. You're going to have to stay here, but yeah, okay, go ahead. Good riddance, you ungrateful creep. You. So they parted ways. If you part ways, that means you separate, usually on bad terms. We parted ways. We decided not to work together anymore. We separated. I guess you could say that about marriages, too. We parted ways. We got divorced or whatever. But this most often refers to friendships or business relationships, stuff like that. And they went on to operate separate businesses. And, of course, when you run a company, you operate a business. But in this case, they're not separate businesses, but they are competing businesses. So they're actually in competition with each other. That would probably make their relationship even worse. Okay, that brings us to the halfway point in today's lesson. Let's take a break now and listen to our Chinese teacher.
Hello everyone, my name is Tina. 我们首先来看到今天第一段的第二个句子写着 American Chopper follows Paul Tootle Sr. and his son, Paul Jr., as they build custom motorcycles for their clients. 在这一集呢，名为超炫美式机车的节目里面，我们要跟着老保罗逃脱跟他的小儿子呢，来为客户打造一个定制款的机车。在这里的 custom 是用来当作形容词，解释成为定做的、定制的。它的动词 customize 在后面加上 ize 也就有定做、定制的意思。同学如果有念到我们前几天的杂志，有提到客制化的训练课程，就可以称之为 customized training programs。接着我们来看到呢，在第一段的最后一句，因为他们吵架，所以破坏了两个人的关系。They parted ways, going on to operate competing businesses. 在这里的 part 原本是有动词告别、分手的意思。举例来说 ，They parted in London. 他们在伦敦分了手，而父子两个人吵架，所以 they parted ways。他们两个人分道扬镳，继续经营着相互竞争的事业。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We're talking about a TV show on the Discovery Channel that's called American Chopper 2018 Season 2. And we first described kind of what the setup for the show is. What is the show about? It's about a man and his son who both are really into American choppers. So chopper motorcycles, the big kind, and the kind where they have to kind of It's almost like they're like leaning back in the seat. It looks so uncomfortable with those long handlebars. Yeah, it has always looked uncomfortable to me, but they go on very long trips on these motorcycles, so something must be right about them. So we also kind of explained that these two, who are both Paul Sr. and Paul Jr., they don't really get along. Their personalities don't really match very well. And in season 1, you actually got to see them working together in the father's company. And then one day they had this horrible argument and they went their separate ways. You could also say that they went their separate ways or they parted ways. And now the younger son is operating his own business and they're competing against each other. So they're both trying to take work from each other, you could say.
Indeed. So on this reboot of the popular show, they're trying to reconcile and they want to repair damaged New York Yankees chopper, at least a damaged New York Yankees chopper that they built together in the past. So again, in this program, this is a reboot. When we talk about a reboot, we talk about a new version of an old program. They're trying to start it up again. We see this all the time with old TV shows. You know, an old TV show went off the air and they're bringing it back again. I think, wasn't there a reboot of the Roseanne show or something?
Well, yeah, and there was also Will and Grace. That was a reboot. It's still on TV, but yeah. Roseanne.
Yeah, and then they stopped it again because she said something controversial.
Yeah.
But that's another story. But yes, American Chopper was a show that was on before, then it went off the air, and now they've brought it back again, so we're calling it a reboot. And they are attempting to reconcile. So here we've got the verb to reconcile. That means to set aside your differences. Try to kiss and make up. To try to make up, to recover your relationship, and to get off on the right foot this time.
Yeah, you know, we use that foot reference when you feel like things aren't going very well. You know, it's kind of like you just are walking the wrong way. They want to smooth out their relationship, settle their quarrel, and move on and have a good relationship. So it's a reboot, as Tom said. If you use a reboot as a verb, guys, because we reboot our computers, we start them again, then the zhongyin, the strong syllable is on reboot. But here at the noun, we're saying reboot. So anyway, they're trying to repair their relationship. Now, they are trying to fix what we're calling a damaged New York Yankees chopper. I don't know what this looks like. I love the Yankees, as some of you know, but I didn't know you could come up with a New York Yankees chopper. And they had built this together, actually, in the past. So they built it a long time ago. It was damaged, and now they're trying to repair it. Things aren't easy at first, especially since they still operate separate businesses. One here is called Orange County Choppers, or OCC. And Paul Jr. designed. So the dad's company, obviously, is OCC. And then Paul, the son, he started one just calling it Paul Jr. Designs.
Yep, and I think they're based in Long Island there outside of New York City. So that would explain why they're making this New York Yankees chopper together.
Yeah.
And straining things even further is the fact that they're also both trying to meet tight deadlines for separate expectant clients. So this is straining their relationship. Here we have the verb to strain, which means to cause friction in someone's relationship. We could say that, well, you know, I owe my parents a lot, but our relationship is strained. In other words, they pushed me really hard when I was a kid, and now I really don't want to talk to them anymore, and they don't want to talk to me, so our relationship is strained right now. But here, strained is being used as a verb. Basically, it just means their problems, their conflicts are even worse because, hey, they've got other jobs that they're trying to do, so that's going to put them under a lot of pressure. And of course, when we're under pressure, we tend to argue with people more.
Yeah, we don't get along as well. Has to do with tension in a relationship. And if things are strained, right, it's just like you have to make a really big effort to get along. It's kind of hard. So we've also got Paul Sr. Oh, I wanted to mention expectant here, meaning something's coming along, right?
Yep.
We typically use this adjective to to describe pregnant women. Oh, she's an expectant mother. It's just kind of a nice thing to say instead of saying, oh, she's pregnant. I know when I was younger, people would use expectant mother more than pregnant. I don't know, maybe they thought it sounded classier. I don't know, but these clients that they're working for are expecting or waiting for them to deliver either a new motorcycle or a repaired motorcycle. Paul Sr.'s working on a motorcycle for a guy named Joe DeSena. He's probably speaks Spanish from the looks of his name there. He's the founder of a company called Spartan Race. It's an intense obstacle course designed to test people's mental and physical limits. I bet he's located in New York, where they have these kind of crazy companies. Obstacle courses are tracks that people run around usually, or I don't know. You put things in their way, and sometimes they have to jump or climb. You've seen these also in military films or movies. They have the soldiers, trying to use the rope to get over something or climb over something. That's an obstacle course.
Yeah, that's a popular TV show, too. There are obstacle courses where people have to climb up walls and swing on ropes and climb up a wall and stuff like that. So in this particular case, I'm imagining it to be some kind of obstacle course.
They also have brain teasers or brain questions because this is mental and physical.
Okay, that makes sense. So I'm imagining they're using motorcycles for this particular obstacle course. And Joe's outlined what he's looking for in the bike. But because of his busy schedule, he hasn't had time to look over the final design and give the go-ahead. So Joe talks to the Pauls there, and he outlines what he wants. So to outline here as a verb just means you give a general description of something, but you don't provide a lot of details. I want the wheels to be about this size, I want the engine to be this large, and I want it to be mostly made of chrome or whatever. But that's just a general idea. He doesn't really give any specifics.
Here we have a phrase at the end of that sentence where it says, Joe gives them the go-ahead. And notice that go-ahead has that hyphen. If you give someone the go-ahead or you get the go-ahead, it means that's good. We can start the project, or you can start making something because I like it. I'm going to buy it. You're just giving someone approval to start something. So Paul Sr. forges ahead. To forge ahead just means you're going forward. It's not easy because it gives you this idea that you're working against something. It's not easy. So they forge ahead anyway, knowing his builders won't meet the deadline if they don't get started. That's right. You can't wait for the client or customer forever. You have to get started. Meanwhile, there's Paul Jr. and his team, and they're tackling or working hard on an extreme trike design. I haven't seen the word trike forever. Trike is a word I grew up with that described a three-wheel bike for a little one who wasn't quite ready for a two-wheeled bike. Tricycle. Trike would be short for tricycle. Is that what this is?
That's what it is. It can be a bicycle that has three wheels like kids ride, or maybe for older people.
Oh, yeah.
There are tricycles for them. Trike, as you said, is short. So in this particular case, though, it is a motorcycle with three wheels. So their plan for the trike includes a tall wheel in the front and two enormous tires at the back. So that's their plan.
Wow.
And the back tires are causing some headaches, though, as they're incredibly difficult to manufacture and keep getting ruined in the process, which means while they're being manufactured, they keep getting ruined. So they're having trouble with those big wheels, with those big tires. Okay, that brings us to the end of our explanation for today. Let's hear from our Chinese teacher now.
接着我们来看到第二段的第一个句子写着 Paul Sr. and Paul Jr. attempt to reconcile by repairing a damaged New York Yankee chopper that they'd built together in the past. 这两位父子就尝试要 reconcile， 在这里的 reconcile 有和解的意思。举个例子来说，每次吵架之后，孩子们很快就会和好了。After each quarrel, the children are soon reconciled. 所以这两个决定要和好，借由什么事情呢？ By repairing a damaged New York Yankees chopper。他们想要呢一起修理之前打造受损的纽约洋基机车，能够呢和好，冰释前嫌。接着看到第二段的最后一句提到 Straining things even further is the fact that they are also both trying to meet tight deadlines for separate expectant clients。虽然要一起修好这样子的机车，但是各自仍有各自的事业。那么使得情况更紧张的是这个事实 The fact that 后面接着是一个名词子句，说明事实的内容。这一句的主词其实是 the fact 后面再加上名词子句，因为为了避免句子头重脚轻，所以就有倒装的意味存在。这样的事实让情况变得更紧张。A strain 这个动词呢，则是有拉紧或者是拖紧伸张的意思。举个例子来说，The heavy box strained the rope to a breaking point， 指的就是那只沉重的箱子几乎快要把绳子给拉断了。而他们呢，各自有满怀期待的客户 expectant clients， 又要满足客户的需求，又要一起修好这个机车，就让整个情况更紧张了。接着在第三段的第一句提到Paul Sr. is working on a motorcycle for Joe DeSena, the founder of Spartan Race, an intense obstacle course designed to test people's mental and physical limits. 这个呢，爸爸他正在为斯巴达障碍赛的创始人乔德塞纳制作机车，而斯巴达的障碍赛就是主要是在测试人们身心极限的激烈障碍比赛。我们要看的是 intense 这个形容词，解释成为强烈的、剧烈的，譬如说剧烈的疼痛，就可以说 intense pain。跟它长得很像的是 tense T-E-N-S-E， 也是形容词，解释成为拉紧的、绷紧的。如果我说 The ropes are tense， 指的是这些绳子是拉紧的。另外一个形容词 intensive 则是有加强的、密集的意思。这三个形容词可千万不要搞错咯。接着在第三段中间提到儿子在做什么呢？Meanwhile, Paul Jr. and his team are tackling an extreme trike design. 在这里提到小保罗跟他的团队正在为这个卡罗莱纳车棚公司处理一个超级三轮机车的设计。那我们看到今天最后一段的最后一句提到 The back tires are causing some headaches, though, as they are incredibly difficult to manufacture and keep getting ruined in the process.儿子碰到的问题就是后轮引起了一些令人头痛的问题，因为很难制造，而且在过程中不断的受损。在这里的 though 有然而还是怎么样的意思，一般是放在句尾。OK， 以上就是今天的课文讲解，谢谢收听。
That brings us to the end of today's program. Thank you so much for joining us, but make sure you join us again next time when we continue to talk about the reboot of American Chopper. Until then, I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
Goodbye.
Bye.